Hey, it's Ruby, and we are on the red carpet for the cut. So right now, we're waiting for Legolas, or Will Turner, or Mr. Katy Perry, depending on what you're into. All right, so how does sort of the mood of the music of this movie compare to other ones that you've worked on?
It's definitely on the darker side, but there's intimate moments in the movie, so we reflect that. But we travel with Orlando's character the whole way down. So it starts out very kind of organic and delicate in places, but then as the chaos ensues, without giving too much away, the music definitely takes a journey with them. So it was fun though to make it.
And how many Katy Perry songs did you work into the movie?
All of them. I was channeling her 24/7, yes.
This movie is about a boxer that is obsessed and will do anything to get back in the ring. So we're wondering, what are you that obsessed with?
What am I that obsessed with? Stand-up comedy, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, I like doing stand-up comedy. But I don't have to sacrifice myself in that same way.
No, you don't have to cut for stand-up comedy?
Evidently not. No, you don't have to cut weight, which is why I like it. Yeah.
Well, and from what I've read, this movie's pretty dark and pretty moody. So how does the whole stand-up comedy thing play into that?
I mean, listen, if I've had a bad gig, then it can get pretty dark and pretty moody. So yeah.
Same sort of vibe.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so I read that your character was described as a sadistic Jiminy Cricket. Do you think that that's kind of accurate?
No, I don't put anything when I do it. I look at the script and I try to figure out why the person is doing what they're doing, and if it's a good character. Sometimes the dark character can be the most fun to play.
Absolutely.
They can be unscrupulous in their pursuit of what they want, and people do that in life a lot. They hide it.
Okay.
They hide it, but some people don't hide it, and so it was your job is to flesh it out.
Well,
I don't put, any kind of adjectives or descriptions on people or characters that I play, and I leave it up to you to decide. And
okay.
Sometimes, there's certain characters you just say, well, I can't stop watching what they're doing. So I thought it was an original script.
It sounds like yours is going to be like that. And in terms of hiding it, Orlando Bloom had to cut a bunch of weight for the movie. So we also are wondering, how crabby was he to deal with during that time? Because I imagine it would be.
I mean, I've seen him in the buff a lot, so because I was always throwing him, was pushing him down and doing this, and so I've seen him, I know his body pretty well, but he put himself through a lot. But he was lovely to work with. He really was. He was very dedicated. I enjoyed working with Caitriona, and everyone got along pretty well. It was not that long of a shoot, so we were under a lot of pressure to do things. But it was. We'll see how it plays with the audience.
So I can hear it. I have a sneaking suspicion what might be happening. I'm sure you could come to the same conclusion. I was reading that you guys don't want the reaction from Toronto audiences to be throwing eggs at the screen. So what do you think the reaction and the big takeaway from this movie is going to be?
Well, I hope it shakes you. I think, good cinema is one that changes you from when you go in to when you come out. And I think great cinema just gets hold of you and shakes you. And that's what I set out to do as a director. So, obviously I hope that it does that after you've seen it.
I don't think they're going to throw eggs at the screen, for the record. Also, I asked John this question. I need to ask you, too, because Orlando had to cut a lot of weight for the movie.
Yeah.
How hangry was he during that time? What was he like to deal with?
Yeah, he was hangry, very hangry, and paranoid as well. He admits it himself. He was super paranoid, and he was he was really on the edge. But he'd lost a lot of weight, and he just started eating again when we started filming, because honestly his brain was almost at shutdown point. And then he started double fisting hamburgers all the way to the end of the movie.
That's the part I'd be good at.
Well, yeah, because we shot it in reverse chronological order. So we shot the end of the movie first, and then the beginning of the movie at the end. So it was kind of this crazy way of doing it, but
So we asked everyone, so you can be honest. Orlando obviously had to cut a lot of weight for this movie. What was he like to deal with during that time? How hangry was he?
Well, I was kind of lucky because I missed out. I mean, I saw him on day one of shooting, but I wasn't there really for the first 3 days when he was like absolutely like down to his minimum. But it's amazing. Like his focus and his commitment was really incredible. I got to see a lot of the like build up. So like afterwards when he's like having to put the weight back on and there was a lot of ice cream and pasta and I'm like, God, I wish I could do double servings of that. But it was really, honestly, what he did is amazing. And like when you see it on screen, the transformation, it's incredibly powerful.
And the movie is about a boxer that will do anything to get back in the ring. Is there anything that you're that obsessed with?
No. Not, I love my food too much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.